Well, hello again and welcome to another Hyperion Morning. How you doing out there? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to it. Hopefully your day is off to an early start. Still dark out here. I'm sure it's still dark out wherever you are, but hopefully this early it's doing well. Hopefully you had a great Monday. I'm not going to hesitate today because there is a lot to get to. There is a lot to get to today. There's a reason why I was a few minutes late. Not that I'm not always a few minutes late, but there's a reason that I was a few minutes late today because, man, there's a lot going on. Good morning, Donna. Hello there. Good to see you. Hey there, Marianne. Good morning to you as well. So glad you can come along on this journey. So like I said, let's not hesitate. Let's get right to all the stuff we need to talk about on this Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. And I'm going to start with Destination D23 tickets went on sale yesterday. Hopefully you received them. Hopefully you got them. If you were looking to go to this event, which we were, and yes, we were lucky enough to land our tickets. We're very excited. Michelle did a fantastic job. I was at work yesterday. Thank goodness for Michelle getting through and getting us these passes happening in August. It's still several months away, but we couldn't be more excited about it because we went to the last Destination D23. So much fun. And we're very, very excited to get to this one as well. So good news for us. Good news, hopefully, for you if you were trying to get to this event. Highly recommended, whether you're going to this one or one in the future. They tend to be every 2 years. Right now, they've been at the Walt Disney World Resort every 2 years. If you didn't get to this one, hopefully the one in a couple years from now. But very, very excited for it. So that was cool. And again, congratulations to everybody who was trying. And if you got your passes yesterday, we will see you there. We will see you there. What else were we talking about on this day? Well, we received a lot of Disney cruise announcements yesterday. A lot of stuff about the Disney Destiny. We've got a little peek in there for Disney's newest ship that will be debuting later this year, this winter. I'm very excited for this ship. We have a sailing booked for, it's still over a year until we'll be sailing aboard her. But we couldn't be more excited to sail aboard this beautiful new ship, especially after we saw some of the interesting stuff that's going to be aboard her, including look at this grand hall there on the Disney Destiny. You can see, if you look in, I'm going to zoom in. Maybe you can see it a little better here. You can see Loki up there, apparently greeting some of the guests aboard the Disney Destiny. Apparently, from what they said in the notes, he's like, I need to show that maybe you're looking at me the wrong way, all you people from Midgard, all you people from Earth. And I'm going to show you how great I am by taking over this ship. So I can't wait to see what that's all about. That sounds fun. Of course, the theme of the Disney Destiny is heroes and villains. So you're going to get a lot of that throughout the ship. You see Black Panther there, which is going to be the statue right in the middle of the Grand Hall. Very excited for that as well. So that's cool. We received a look at the Hercules stage show that's going to be aboard this ship. And man, does it look great. You see Herc there. He is there fighting the Hydra, which looks like it's going to be a fantastic, spectacular puppet. I'm really excited about that. You can also see Hades and Painted Panic on the side there. Oh, man, I'm all about it. We're all about Hercules. We love Hercules. Couldn't be more excited to see this show coming up here when it debuts later this year. Also, the Feast of the Lion King. So the Wish Class ships all have one theater in them or one dining place in them, one dining room in them, where they kind of have a theater in the round doing something. Aboard the Wish, it's Frozen, which, yeah, I love. On board the Treasure, it's Plaza de Coco, so it's all about Coco. And then aboard the Destiny, it's going to be all about the Lion King. Apparently, they're going to have some storytellers there retelling the story of the Lion King while you're eating all this wonderful food. And we got a peek at the menu as well, or at least some of the dishes, and they look phenomenal. They're going to be, of course, African influence, which makes sense for the Lion King, which, yes, I'm totally on board for. Couldn't be more excited for that restaurant. Getting to check that out. Also, we received a look at some of the lounges, including like the Sanctum Lounge, which is going to be obviously Doctor Strange focused feel. And it looks like it looks great. And there are some cool, interesting beverages that you can see here, and these filled waffles, which look fascinating. And I'm really interested to try savory and sweet. Man, really, really good stuff. Also, there's the DeVille's, which is going to be the piano bar. And you see some fascinating costumes and fascinating drinks, fascinating cocktails. That's what I was trying to say. Costumes, cocktails, and the decor. I mean, it's Cruella de Vil. And look at it there. You see it. It's phenomenal. The reds, the blacks, of course, the Dalmatian spots everywhere. Looks great. Can't wait to sample all this stuff coming up here in the future. Man, I'm all about the Disney Destiny. Can't wait. They've debuted the Disney Wish a while back, and it had some struggles, especially since it was built right in the midst of COVID and right in the midst of the pandemic. Seemed like they made a lot of great corrections and upgrades to the Disney Treasure from everybody we've heard that has sailed aboard her. I think they're only going to take that to the next level with the Disney Destiny. So very, very excited. Again, debuting later this next year. Hopefully you already have a sailing booked to board her. And if you do, we want to hear all about it because we're excited for our sail. Our sail won't be till June of 2026, but man, thrilled for that. Thrilled for that. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, it happens to be Jackie Robinson Day, which of course celebrates the amazing athlete, amazing person that was Jackie Robinson. Man, all the things he did. Of course, about he's a Hall of Fame baseball player, the first Black Major League Baseball player, and had to go through so much to have such an amazing career. And yeah, definitely worth celebration. But there's other things that he's done that were off the field that were amazing as well, including he was the first Black lieutenant in the Army to basically stand up against segregation on an Army bus. This was before his baseball career. That's amazing. He was also the first Black vice president of a major corporation, a major company. That's amazing. Just a phenomenal, amazing. Like I said, he was a fantastic athlete, but he just did so many spectacular things, and was a trailblazer in so many regards. So you'll see it today on baseball games around the country, where you'll see them all wearing the number 42 on their jersey and celebrating for him. And there'll be lots of tributes to him today on Jackie Robinson Day. Great day. Great day, and well deserved. Also today, we have to talk about this, unfortunately, but it is tax day. So if you haven't gotten your taxes done yet, or you need to file that extension, today's the day to do it. Got ours done over the weekend. They're out. They're ready to go. Hopefully you have yours done. Hopefully you had yours done months ago, but even if not, today's the day. You can ask for an extension. I think for some people here in Florida and some of the other areas where there have been some significant weather issues, natural disasters, you can get a bit of a natural extension. You should look into that if you haven't done your taxes yet. But if either way, sometimes it's just best to get it done. So today's the day to get it done, for sure. Yes, right. They get auto extended. Yes, Marianne, I know here in Florida, because we had the hurricanes come through last year. We had that opportunity. But if you don't know, if you're not sure, check into it. Last thing you want to do is be late. If you're not. But either way, tax day. Let's move on from that to something you don't want to do on your taxes is maybe take a wild guess. Well, today is take a wild guess day today. Don't take a wild guess on your taxes. Try and get that as right as possible. But more about take a wild guess on just kind of randomly think about what could the future hold for me? What is up there in the future? Today is take a wild guess day. And if you happen to get your wild guess wrong, well, there's always the rubber eraser, which is National Rubber Eraser Day today. So if you have that wild guess, and you can just we'll just get rid of that right there. With that one, man, rubber erasers, man. They made my life, especially back in school. But even now, still love a good rubber eraser for sure. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, something you may use a rubber eraser for, maybe not. It is World Art Day today. So a day to get out and enjoy the beauty that is around. Of course, art is very subjective. What is beautiful to me may not be beautiful to you, or vice versa. But today's a day to get out and appreciate what you feel is beautiful, what you feel is art. And it could be, obviously, it could be something like paintings, drawings, etc. But music, theater, I would never call any of our podcasts art, but okay. Whatever you think of as art, Today's a day to celebrate and enjoy that. So please do. Please do. Also, this happens to be National Wear Purple Day today. Basically, Purple Up Day today. Basically, it's a celebration of military children who go through a lot. Military children have to deal with a lot, of course, because obviously they have parents that go away for extended periods of time. Oftentimes they're moving to lots of different locations around the country and around the world. So they have to go through a lot. So today's a day to celebrate them and appreciate children. And many of you may have been one of those military children that has had to go through that. And it's a day to kind of celebrate that, enjoy that by wearing purple. Then after you wear your purple, well, maybe you need to do a little laundry. Today's National Laundry Day. Yeah, I thought that was fun. I had to do a little laundry yesterday. Got to get those work clothes clean. But yeah, it's National Laundry Day. So, get together with your kids and have some fun and do a little laundry. Laundry is important. It's also important to learn how to do laundry. Some people get through their lives and their parents or their mothers or their fathers or whomever has just done their laundry for them all their lives. And they get out into the real world and they're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get these clean. So yeah, it's important to kind of learn those things, those life skills that you will need going forward. Something that I guess it could spill on you and it could be something you need to do laundry for. And also it's right around Easter time. So this is perfect. Today is National Glazed Spiral Ham Day. And yes, all right, I'm on board. I don't eat a lot of ham, but this is the kind of time of year. And yeah, a glazed spiral ham, I'm on board. Yep, I do love it. I do love it. And it's a very traditional Easter type dish. So you'll see plenty of them. You'll see plenty of them coming up here over the next few days. If it's your birthday today, again, it is April 15th, 2025. Happy birthday to you. Here are some of the amazing people that you celebrate your birthday with today. See bottom center there? That's Elizabeth Montgomery. You may know her as Samantha Stevens from Bewitched. Loved her in Bewitched growing up. She would have been 92 today, born on this day in 1933. We lost her back in 1995. But I mean, Bewitched, one of the greatest shows. Loved Bewitched growing up. So good. Such a great show. She actually received 5 Emmy. She didn't win, but she received 5 Emmy nominations for playing Samantha on that show. She later went on. She did, appear in some movies, but never really had a significant career outside of Bewitched. But she was a fantastic political activist and helped with a lot of charitable foundations. She did some great things even after starring in Bewitched. How about top left there? Emma Thompson. Talk about a great actor. She's turned 66 today, born this day in 1959. She's won 2 Academy Awards, a couple Golden Globes, a Primetime Emmy. She's won as an actress an Academy Award for Howard's End. She's also won as a screenplay writer for Sense and Sensibility. So yeah, multi-talented. I loved her in Saving Mr. Banks, where she played P.L. Travers. She played Mrs. Potts in the live action Beauty and the Beast. Just a great, great career, great actress for sure. How about great country music star, bottom right there, Chris Stapleton. He turns 46 today, born on this day in 1978. Country bluegrass singer, songwriter, guitarist. Amazing. He has 11 Grammys, 15 CMAs. What a career. And it continues on to this day. Funny actor, Seth Rogen, bottom left there. He turns 43 today, born on this day in 1982. You may know him from Knocked Up. If you watched back in the day, Television Freaks and Geeks. More recently, he's been the voice of Pumbaa in the live action Lion King, and recently Mufasa, the Lion King. Yeah, funny guy. And now he's appearing in a show that we're excited to watch. We have not seen it yet. I think it's on Apple TV. It's called The Studio. I've heard great things about it. Excited to see that show. And we just are not subscribing to Apple TV right now. We're waiting until maybe you get a few more episodes out, and then we will bring that in and be watching that. But that's a show I've heard good things about, want to check out. Anyway, Seth Rogen, 43 today. How about Hermione Granger herself? Emma Watson, she turns 35 today. Hermione Granger is 35. Oh boy. Born on this day in 1990. Like I said, Hermione, she's always going to be known Hermione. She was also Belle in the live action Beauty and the Beast, starring with Emma Thompson right next to her there. And she's done a lot of independent films mostly since then. She's not out a lot doing a lot of big films, mostly independent stuff. But she is another political activist as well and has done great things. I know, Marianne, I like to point out the ouches. Little Hermione Granger being 35 is a bit of an ouch. I agree with you. That's crazy. This one might be, if you watch Game of Thrones, might be a bit of an ouch too. It's not that she's way up there, but Maisie Williams, Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, she turns 28 today, born on this day in 1997, not 1977, 1997. Yeah, I mean, 28, not so much, but still a little bit of that considering how little Arya Stark was if you watched Game of Thrones from the beginning. So, wow, amazing. Anyway, a very happy birthday to all of them. And again, if it's your birthday, wishing you a very happy birthday as well. Going to start to get out of here. Everybody, please have a great day. We did have our episode drop on Sunday. Hopefully you've had a chance to listen to that. It is all about our springtime surprise race weekend out at the Walt Disney World Resort, the race, and some of the other things we did all around that. The video version of that should be dropping at some point later today. It's ready to go. So if you want to, we did put some slides up from some of our weekend. If you prefer the video versions of our episode, well, that will be ready to go here coming up at some point later today. Might be soon, might be a little later in the day. Just depends on when I finish up a few things here. But hopefully you'll check that out. But hopefully you've already downloaded and listened to our podcast episode because it was a fun one. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. So yeah, definitely check it out. Everybody have a fantastic Tuesday. Don't worry about those taxes. I mean, get them done, but don't worry. Move on. Let's go ahead and get through the rest of the week and have a fantastic, fantastic week. And as I always like to say, doesn't matter what day it is, early in the week, middle of the week, weekend, whatever it might be, always, please keep on sharing that kindness. Keep on sharing those smiles. And of course, keep on sharing that positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m.-ish. Always seems to be the case to do all those things with you once again. Until that time, everybody, have a magical day. See you tomorrow.